Listen to stories and appreciate idioms. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Encountering Chinese, Encountering Idioms. Today, the idiom we are going to encounter is
尔虞我诈.
Let's break it down and read it slowly.
尔虞我诈. 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 尔
refers to you.
虞
refers to suspicion.
我
refers to me.
诈
refers to deceive.
尔虞我诈
translates word by word as you doubt, I deceive. In current usage, it metaphorically means I deceive you, you deceive me, mutual deception, mutual distrust. The idiom
尔虞我诈
originated from the book Zhuo Xuan during the 15th year of Xiangong by Zhuo Qiuming during the preaching period. The original text states,
我无尔诈尔无我虞.
The meaning of this phrase is that I will not deceive you, and you should not deceive me. The story behind this saying goes like this. During the middle of the spring and autumn period, the state of Chu became the hegemon of the Central Plains. The king of Chu, King Shuang, was arrogant and believed that Chu was powerful enough to disregard other neighboring states. One day, King Shuang planned to send his minister Shinshou as an envoy to the state of Qi. He called Shinshou and instructed him, saying, when you pass through the state of Song, you don't need to visit the king of Song or seek his permission. Upon hearing this, Shinshou was shocked and said to King Shuang, Your Majesty, if I do that, it will surely anger the king of Song, and I might be killed by him. King Shuang scornfully replied, Our Chu state is so mighty. You don't need to care about the king of Song at all. I assure you, if the king of Song dares to kill you, I will lead our troops to attack and avenge you. Shinshou had no choice and dared not disobey King Shuang's command. Helpless, he entrusted his son, Shinshi, to King Shuang and said, Your Majesty, if I am indeed killed by the king of Song, please take care of my son. A few days later, Shinshou set off with his attendants. Following King Shuang's words, he did not notify the king of Song while passing through his territory. When the king of Song learned about this, he was furious and had Shinshou and his attendants arrested. Huang Yuan, a minister of Song, became aware of the situation and was extremely angry. He said to King Wen of Song, Your Majesty, the envoy from Chu passed through our territory without notifying you. They wanted to pass through directly, which is outrageous. Do they see our Song state as a vassal state of Chu? It seems that Chu does not regard our Song state as a sovereign nation at all. We might as well kill the envoy. Although I believe that if we kill the envoy, Chu will find an excuse to attack us, leading to the destruction of our state. They have treated us with such disrespect, not considering us as a nation. Instead of letting them scorn us, it's better to kill the envoy and at least prevent them from achieving their purpose of going to Qi. King Wen of Song agreed with Huang Yuan's reasoning and ordered the execution of the envoy Shinshou. The news quickly reached the state of Chu. Upon hearing it, King Shuang was so enraged that he didn't even have time to put on his shoes before ordering an attack on the state of Song. However, King Shuang did not anticipate that although Song was a small state, it would not be easy to eliminate. The war lasted for an entire year, and Chu still couldn't capture the capital of Song. King Shuang gradually became discouraged, realizing that the enormous human and material resources he had expended only led his own country to poverty, while Song would not be completely annihilated. Therefore, he decided to stop the fighting and ordered the soldiers on the front lines to return to Chu. The son of Shinzhou, Shinshi, became extremely angry when he learned that the Chu army was preparing to withdraw. He hurriedly went to find King Shuang of Chu and knelt before him, saying, "Your Majesty." At that time, my father knew he would be killed, yet he still followed your command. And now, you are changing your promise, making my father's death meaningless. King Shuang, filled with shame, remained silent, unable to respond. At that moment, Shinshushi, a minister on King Shuang's side, stepped forward and said, "Your Majesty, I have come up with a plan. We can let our soldiers stay at the front lines, have them build houses, and cultivate the land, making it appear as if they are planning to stay there for a long time. This way, the king of Song will think that we pose a long-term threat to them. The soldiers and people of Song will live in constant fear, and soon their morale will plummet. Before long, we can easily make Song surrender." King Shuang found Shinshushi's words reasonable and ordered the soldiers on the front lines to stay there, build houses, and cultivate the land. The soldiers and people of Song, facing the constant threat from Chu, indeed became fearful. Minister Huang Yuan, upon learning about this, became extremely worried. He ran to the city gates and shouted to the soldiers defending the city of Song, "Soldiers! We must rise up and protect our country. Even if it means dying in battle or starving to death, we must never surrender." One night, Huang Yuan sneaked into the Chu camp secretly. He infiltrated the tent of the chief general, Zifan, and woke him up. With a serious expression, Huang Yuan said, "Our king sent me here to inform you of the current dire situation in Song. The food and supplies in Song have been exhausted, and the people are even resorting to eating the corpses of those who starved to death. The firewood in Song has also been depleted, and the people are using the bones of the deceased as fuel for warmth. Although our country's situation is extremely dire, if your Chu state intends to use this to force our king into an extremely unequal alliance, we would rather all die than accept it. However, if you can withdraw your troops 30 miles, as an important minister of Song, I assure you that I will comply with your orders and agree to any conditions you propose." Zifan was a kind-hearted general, and upon hearing Huang Yuan's words, he knew that more people would die as a result of the war, and he felt deeply concerned. Therefore, he made a secret agreement with Huang Yuan on the spot and then reported it to King Shuang. King Shuang, who was already exhausted from the war, quickly agreed to Huang Yuan's suggestion upon reading Zifan's report. Soon after, King Shuang issued the order for the Chu army to withdraw 30 miles. The war came to a halt, and peace was restored between Song and Chu. Huang Yuan also made an alliance with Chu, according to which he had to serve as a hostage to guarantee the alliance. The final clause of the alliance stated, "You shall not deceive me, and I shall not deceive you. In this story, Huang Yuan made an alliance with the Chu state. The alliance ended with the clause that they should not deceive each other and foster mutual mistrust. And that is how they pledged not to engage in
尔虞我诈
towards each other. There is another story from ancient China. According to legend, during the late Eastern Han Dynasty, the land was divided among three kingdoms, Wei, Wu, and Shu. Cao Cao, the leader of Wei, was incredibly cunning and skilled in using deceitful tactics. Relying on the strength of his kingdom, he employed lies to deceive the rulers of the other two kingdoms and gain political advantage. Cao Cao knew that Liu Bei, the ruler of Shu, and Sun Quan, the ruler of Wu, had little interaction in the past. He wanted to use falsehoods to undermine their relationship and prevent them from forming an alliance. Cao Cao first sent a fake envoy to Wu, spreading the lie that Wei had already captured the capital of Shu and had taken Liu Bei captive. The envoy also fabricated a story, claiming that they had prepared generous gifts for Sun Quan. If Sun Quan agreed to cooperate with Cao Cao, they could divide the spoils of war and the territory of Shu and offer a portion to Sun Quan. Sun Quan, deceived by Cao Cao's lies, believed what was said and abandoned the idea of an alliance with Shu. However, it didn't take long for Cao Cao's deceit to be easily exposed. Sun Quan, upon discovering Cao Cao's falsehood, became furious and ordered a large army to attack Cao Cao. But by then, Cao Cao had already prepared everything. He set a trap and easily defeated Sun Quan's army. Realizing that his deception had yielded some results with Sun Quan, Cao Cao used the same lie to deceive Liu Bei. However, this lie was eventually uncovered by Liu Bei. Liu Bei pretended to surrender and secretly formed an alliance with Sun Quan. The combined forces of Wu and Shu engaged in battle against Cao Cao's Wei army at the Battle of Red Cliffs. Cao Cao's forces were unable to withstand the massive alliance and ultimately suffered defeat. As a result of this battle, Cao Cao's Wei kingdom was greatly weakened. In this story, Cao Cao deceived and manipulated Liu Bei and Sun Quan but ultimately fell into the trap set by Liu Bei and Sun Quan. And that is the origin of the idiom
尔虞我诈
Two stories have been told. Next, let's review the idiom we encountered today.
尔虞我诈尔虞我诈
Finally, let's use
尔虞我诈
to make a sentence.
他厌倦了官场中的尔虞我诈，渴望过隐居的生活。他厌倦了官场中的尔虞我诈，渴望过隐居的生活。
That's all for today's Encountering Idioms. If you enjoy it, please like and subscribe. See you next time.